welcome to my channel. Yes, I have had a haircut, thank you for asking. Today, the first thing that I need to touch on is that I have finally hit 500 subscribers. So a massive thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed. It means a lot to me. And if you aren't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button down below. I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I usually do beauty or fashion related videos. So today's video, in celebration of hitting 500 subscribers, is going to be a Q&A. This is the first one that I've ever done on my channel, and hopefully this will help you get to know me a little bit better. So the first question comes in from Hello Harriet. She also has a YouTube channel, so I will have her links down below. And she asks, what are the top 3 countries you'd love to travel to? The first one, the very top of my list, is Japan, because I've never been there and I really want to go. And Jonathan has been there already and he loves it. He loves Japanese culture and all of that. So I really want to go to Japan, and we are hopefully planning on going next year. I have already been to most of the countries that I'd want to go back to, but I can't remember them very well because I went when I was quite young. So another place that I have already been but I'd like to go back is Greece, because it just looks so beautiful. Every time people post photos, there's like beautiful sun and it looks stunning, so I want to go back. And for a third country, actually this is another one that I haven't been to. I've wanted to go to India since I was really little, and my parents always said that we would never go because it's a little bit dangerous in terms of getting sick and not being able to access the medical care that you need if you get sick, so we never went. I'm not sure if I will ever go, but I would like to at some point if there was like a safe way to go. Like, I haven't researched it myself, it's just what my parents said to me, so I'm not sure if that's still the case or not, but yeah, I'd love to go and see India as well. The next question is from Danny Watt, who also has a YouTube channel. She asks, what's something you wish you could have told your 16-year-old self? This would be simply, it will get better, because as a teenager everything was just awful. Like, everything seemed really bad in my life and I hated everything, and I didn't know if it was going to last forever or if it was just a phase. I thought I had depression, and I wish I could have just said to myself and had myself believe that it does get better. Basically, it was when I started seeing Jonathan, everything just kind of fell into place for me, which was pretty much when I was 19 or 20, but yeah, within like a year of not being a teenager anymore, I was all good. It was literally my entire teenage years, like 13 to 19 were awful, and it's a really long time to be unhappy, so I guess that's why I thought it might last forever. But honestly, it must have just been the hormones, because everything's all good now and it has been for a really long time. Yeah, if there's one thing that I could have told myself, it would just be, stick it out, you're gonna be fine. Hamada has asked 2 questions. He also has a YouTube channel, so I'll leave that down below as well. The first question is, describe the hardest, most challenging event in your life and how you got through it. I'm not ready to put this on the internet, the hardest time of my life, so I'm going to tell you about something else because I'm just not ready for the internet to know. So the one that I want to tell you about was my niece, my sister's baby, died of cot death when she was 3 months old, and this was ages ago now. I was I think I was 13, but it was a really hard time for the whole family. My sister didn't live anywhere near us. Like, she lives in the country, but she lives like completely down the other end of the country, so I personally had never met this baby because she was only 3 months old, and the first time that I met her was in hospital and she was unconscious. She wasn't unconscious, she was in a coma. But yeah, I never saw this baby conscious, I never saw her awake, and a lot of my family members were in the same situation because a lot of us all live up in the North Island and my sister lives in the South Island. And I feel a bit silly talking about this because it's not even like my hard event. Like, it was the hardest event for my sister, I'm sure, and her husband, but you know, for me it was kind of, I was getting it secondhand, but it was still tough, like, because I love my sister so much, and to see her in so much pain, and also my own pain losing my niece, it was really tough. How we got through it was as a family. We all grieved together and we all made it through together. And the other question that Hamada asks is, share a time where you had a wardrobe failure and how you dealt with it. I don't have wardrobe failures, so yeah. No jokes. Honestly, I can't actually think of a wardrobe fail. A wardrobe fail isn't really a thing that kind of applies to me because I don't see it like that. To me, clothes, you only wear them for one day, so you can just come home at the end of the day and just chuck the clothes out if you didn't like them. To me, the worst thing that's happened kind of along those lines is a haircut, a really bad haircut, which was, you guys have probably never seen me. Right when I first started YouTube, you would have seen it actually. I had my hair really, really short like this, and it just, because my hair is frizzy and it's really fine, it just like puffed out, so my hair was in like a little triangle. It was awful. I wore a beanie like as much as I could. I wore it every single day until my hair grew out pretty much because I hated it so much. Jess Hill, another YouTuber, asks, if you could go back to any moment in time and see something happen, what would it be? I spent so much time thinking about this question. Like, I had no idea what to choose because I'm not very good at history. Like, I don't know a lot of the things that have happened, but I think I would probably go back and see some of the extinct animals. Like, it would be so cool to see a woolly mammoth or a saber-toothed tiger or like a dodo or something. I don't know. I just like to see all of them pretty much. I think that would be so cool. And that just comes from the fact that I love animals. Like, I thought about maybe I'd go back and see one of the famous buildings being built, but honestly, like, architecture, it kind of interests me, but like not that much. I'm more into animals, so yeah, I'd see some extinct animals that I can't see now, obviously. Shauna Minnie Reed asks, what's been your favourite moment of your YouTube journey thus far? I think this would actually be a pretty recent one. I've been to 2 YouTubers meetups recently, like in the last month or 2, and I've met some really awesome people, and they all do YouTube as well, obviously because it's a YouTubers meetup, but it's just really cool getting to meet people like in my area that do the same thing as me, that love this as much as I do, because in my day-to-day life no one gets YouTube. They, like, if I say that I make YouTube videos, they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, beauty, and they're like, because I don't wear makeup to work. I don't really wear makeup in my day-to-day life. So actually like getting together with a group of people who get it is really cool. I'm not quite sure how to say this next name. It looks like ameichijoy.ja. It'll be up on the screen anyway, so hopefully you can see for yourself. And the question is, how do you react if someone from your family disappoints you but you can't stop talking to them since they're part of your family? It depends on the situation. If they have, if it's like a minor disappointment, then it's like whatever, you know. Like if it's Jonathan, I'm like, well, I love you anyway, this disappointment is like so minor. If it's like a huge letdown, like you expected a certain amount of love from someone because they are your family and they just don't seem to care about you at all, that's when I really snap. Like, not snap as in I'll get angry at them, but snap as in, well, if you don't care about me, I don't care about you. So I'll basically just stop talking to the person, and that's kind of what's happened with my parents. I'm not going into the details. If you've seen a couple of my videos about my dog, you might have an idea of why I don't talk to my parents anymore, but basically I'll still talk to them. Like if they phone me, I'll pick up if I have to. If they text me, I'll answer. If they're at a family event, I won't fully ignore them, but I don't go out of my way to be the person to call them. I will never ask to meet up with them. I just have kind of stopped caring in a way. So it definitely depends how close I am to the person, but generally if they've made a lot of really big mistakes, I'm just like, I'm done with you. So Melody, whose username is The Script Life, asks, what's your favorite video you've done on your channel? I think this is actually my winter morning routine, which went up obviously last winter, so probably almost a year ago now actually. I really liked how all of the shots came together, because it's a lot more difficult to film a video like that. Like a video like this, I just have the camera set up in front of me and I just talk, and then all I have to do is cut out the bits where I say But if it's like a routine, I've got to set the camera up looking at my bed, I've got to set the camera up in the bathroom, I've got to set the camera up in the kitchen, and like find all these different shots where there's no like trash in the background. And so it takes a lot more time, a lot more editing, and a lot more planning. And I was just really happy with how that video came together and what the end result looked like. So that is probably my favorite video on my channel. If you do want to check it out, I'll have it linked down below. And that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and especially if you were one of the people that asked me a question, I really appreciate it. And if you are subscribed already, thank you for being one of my 500 subscribers, and I will see you next time. Bye!